Bonjour from Annecy Lake. Getting packed and ready to go. We are currently waiting out our 5-hour layover here at JFK, but Arrow slept for the whole first flight, and so did I. So we had a good first leg, and now we're just taking the time away here, playing with cars, watching cars. Well, made it to the chalet about 16 hours later. I'm feeling pretty exhausted. Little man's already asleep, but we had a great adventure together. He slept pretty much the whole way. Really excited to get up there. Don't know if you can hear it in the background. There's actually a mountain biking competition going on down the mountain. Just so great that everyone here is outside doing really cool things, competing, staying active. Really excited to get into it myself. Gonna relax this evening and then dive in tomorrow. Hopefully get in a run. Feeling a little under the weather after flight. Hopefully it's just related to being on a plane for 16 hours, but we'll see. And then planning to get in the rest of those miles from my video, 1 mile for 1 subscriber. Need to knock those out. There's about 7 of those left as we speak, but should be fun. We have some beautiful mountains to go knock those out in, and there's a nice flatter section. I'm not going to do 7 miles straight up the mountain tomorrow, but there's a nice flatter section just up the ridge here. So okay, I'm going to get in some stretching right now because we're about to go on our first run here at altitude. Probably about 3 miles. Pretty easy. Look at the sheep. We are really up here in the heart of the mountains. Definitely have a cold, but just a head cold, so shouldn't affect the running too much. You know, I'm gonna take it a little bit easier than normal with the altitude and everything, but should be able to get in some normal training. Ended up sleeping 18 hours. I needed it, but my goodness, that is a long time. I haven't slept that long in I don't know, years. And we're off. Up the mountain we go. So for today, with the illness, we're gonna stick on the roads because I'm also breaking in a new pair of shoes. These are the Nike Pegasus 5s, Trail 5s. And the reason I went for those is they are a road to trail shoe. So break them in on the road and then take them on the trails here this week. La Chignette in Confin, one of the best restaurants for the evening. They have Côte de Boeuf for 2. Oh man, so tasty. Cannot recommend enough. And we made it. Confin is at the top of these mountains here. And there's a beautiful lake nestled in the mountains up here. You can climb up these, go do some serious hiking, which is on the docket for the next couple of weeks, but we'll get there. As you can hear, I'm winded, trying to adjust to the altitude right now. But you can see our turnaround point. Typically make it up there to the church, and then I head back home, looking like it'll be about a 4-mile run. Oh look, zip liner going. But a lot of fun activities to do up here, so I have to take the little one out. Way back's always the best. Straight downhill. There we go. Finished up 4 miles. Feeling great, surprisingly. Here, look at these peaks. Just surrounded by beautiful mountains, nature, animals. Just such a great place to be. You can tell I'm on endorphins right now, but surprisingly, the cold held up. I read somewhere, as long as you're not feverish, and as long as the cold's not in your chest, you should be okay to do some light to moderate cardio exercise. So I'm sticking with that advice here. As long as we're in decent enough shape to keep running, keep cycling, that's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow, gonna try and get in a big cycle, but it is still a work day here from France. So gonna get in some work at the local, I guess it's kind of like a WeWork, but smaller scale here in France. And then get in a cycle probably in the afternoon and keep just feeling out each day, trying to increase the load, because the altitude is a factor that I need to keep in mind. The being sick is a factor that I need to keep in mind. So that's the plan for this week. And then next week I'm doing something called Les Béliers. It is a race up here in the mountains that's basically a half marathon, and you go all the way around. And you get a decent amount of altitude in. It's rocky. It's gonna be fun. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the bike garage. We have a climb that is in the previous year's Tour de France. So big ride today, but very excited. Not really easing in, we're just going for it. Took the rest day yesterday and feeling pretty good. So excited to get after this climb. All right, off we go. Big descent to start, and then just on the other side, that mountain range over there is where we're headed. It's gorgeous. Excited to show you. Made it to the top
of Col des Hervies, and that behind me is Mont Blanc. But look how beautiful this valley is. Okay, so I didn't film any of the descent because I'm a big scaredy cat. But we knocked that descent out, a lot of fun. Now we are back in the valley where the apartment is. Woo. But the work's not done. You have to climb back up to the apartment. So we got another probably 2K climb, maybe more, and then we'll be done for the day. That was a hard workout.
Happy Wednesday. Bit of a lighter training day today because I went to get Jess, and it's raining, as you can see. But we ended up getting in quite a bit of sport today because we went to decathlon, which is like the French version of Dick's, except everything is half price. So we ended up getting some new tires for the bike, these cleats, and new pedals. The pedals on that old bike were a little bit ancient. We also managed to get a whole new cycling kit. Got some more protein here, very clean. Got some blender bottles. Got some new running socks, new cycling socks. It was quite the haul. So excited to get using those here in a little. Good morning. Happy Thursday morning. I am preparing for about a 6.5 mile run, a little bit less. We are headed up the Tête du Danet route towards Confins, which is the lake that you guys saw previously on one of my runs. Get in some easy miles today. Probably gonna walk the uphills. Not gonna push myself too hard. I am still planning to do a self-administered Olympic triathlon in Annecy on Saturday. So very excited for that. We'll walk you guys through the route there because this is one of the most stunning locations to do a triathlon. I believe they have one, but it's in July, or early July. So we are going to make our own and do it as a big Saturday workout up here at altitude and see how we fare. Snail couple. So I wanted to touch on this because I feel like now is a really good time to bring it up. A subscriber reached out and asked, like, I can hardly even go on a run to stay in my zone 2 range. Like, I'll do like 100 yards and then my heart rate will be too high. That's okay. Just do the 100 yards of running and then walk. Like, I want this to be an easy effort because I want to do the triathlon on Saturday. So I'm walking the uphills right now, and yet still I'm in the 160s for heart range. So, like, you can't say I'm not getting in great exercise right now just because I'm walking. It's whatever your body will let you do. Just listen to it. And I promise you're going to do that 100 yards and stop
for a couple days, and then all of a sudden it'll be 150 and then 300. And fitness just builds that way as long as you're consistent. And it's crazy how fast that can happen. So listen to your body and let it guide your easier workouts. I love this. All along these routes, there are little like old hunting huts just nestled up here in these beautiful mountains. But we've hit our trailhead. We're at about 750 feet of ascent, 15 minutes in. And now we get to the flatter running section here on the route. Now this goes up to Tête de Dene, but this loop goes all the way around this mountain. So, and then there are trails that connect from where we are all the way over there up to the top. So this is just a great place to get in your exercise. Here we go. Talk about technical terrain. They have those because a lot of these trails are on private property, and that prevents the cows from moving across the property lines. Made it back to Colfa. I'm a little over halfway. About 2 miles left. Oh, look at this guy.
This is a nice cycling block.
Je suis extra. Come on, Glenn! Good morning, all. We are headed to Annecy to get in a Olympic triathlon put on by me with one participant, but it's gonna be a beautiful morning. Gonna do our 1500 meter swim, a lap around the lake, which looks to be about 26 miles, and then we're gonna do a run into Old Town Annecy, and then back from this little beach area in Verrier, and that should be about a 6.5 mile run round trip all along the water there. So it's gonna be a gorgeous morning. Really looking forward to this big workout. Gonna kind of take it easier, mainly just get in the work and get the body used to going from discipline to discipline. But yeah, we'll still have a nice zone 2 effort today. Hopefully we'll get it done in about 3 hours, and then head back and do breakfast with the family. We got started early this morning. We're about halfway there and it's 7:15, so should be a good day. Bonjour from Annecy Lake. It is a beautiful morning. We have the entire beach to ourselves, but as you can see, this is a gorgeous place to get in a triathlon. It is about 8 a.m. right now, 8 a.m. on the dot, so we are about to hop in, get our swim in. We've got everything teed up for a smooth transition there. Aside from the bike lock, I am gonna lock up the bike, so we'll see how much time that adds in transition, but we're ready to go here. Then we're gonna do around the lake on the bike, and you can hear that bell. Annecy is just down that way. We'll run into town and then back, and that'll be a Olympic triathlon in the books. Okay, swim done. Feeling a little nauseous. I always do on these open water swims, but thank you Decathlon for my open water swim buoy. All right, we are headed up to do transition. Woo. All right, welcome to my little transition area in the front seat of the car. Get ourselves dry. Woo. Yeah, not sure what that is. Every time I get out of an open water swim, super nauseous. Definitely the waves shaking me up a bit, but what you gonna do? Push onto the bike. Well, this won't be the one I wear for a race. Way too tight. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the clip-in pedals on, so we're in our normal shoes. Gels, pump, socks, gloves, car keys, bike lock key. Untie your shoes, kids. Rookie mistake. Bandana, because I sweat like crazy on the bike. And off we go. That one is always my worst transition. Very rocky. But we are off, and we are about to do a lap of the lake and then finish up our run. 1/3 of the way there. I'll check back in with some beautiful views of this ride. It's so gorgeous here. Here we are, made it to the other side. We got about 15 miles left. All right, super quick transition. Didn't even film it. I'm trying to break the 3-hour mark. And we got out of there just at 2 hours. So we'll see. Gotta go sub 10s for this thing, and we'll get it. Quick bathroom break. We're still on time. And there's the city over there. Someone out there foiling. This place is stunning. I don't know where you get a turquoise water like they have here. Must be the mountains, but wow.
All right, all. Happy Sunday. That wraps up the Tour de France and the first week in the life here in the French Alps. Great day yesterday doing the Olympic triathlon that I put on myself in Annecy. Gorgeous morning. I could not have asked for a better morning to do that. But yeah, got another full week ahead. I am now off of work, so I have this week of vacation. Gonna do a lot of exciting things. One of which is gonna be the Bellier, which is about a half marathon, doing a lap around La Clusaz, the little valley here. So gonna bring you that little route. Gonna do some more swimming in Annecy. The weather's supposed to turn here and gonna get beautiful, so stay tuned next week for another episode.